Hi betting experts, with around about a month to go before the 2024 Cheltenham Festival, we're going to take a look at 6 best of the rest bets that I've picked out at this stage, not in the grade ones, a few in the handicaps, the cross country, one in the mares, really difficult but looking for a bit of value. We start off on the Tuesday, we're going to do them in time order, the 250, the Ultima, a really competitive handicap chase, and Apple Away, who's entered up in a few races at the festival, is a very interesting proposition here at around 16 to 1, non-runner, no bet each way. She's a thoroughly likeable mare from an excellent yard. Lucinda Russell is having a cracking season. I thought she had excuses when beaten in January, rather ruined on a strong pace up front and then fading out of things at the business end. She's a really sound jumper. She was very impressive at Leicester, which takes a bit of jumping, and I think she could be seen in a different light in a competitive big field handicap under a more patient ride, where her stamina can come into play up the sapping final climb. She's definitely one to look out for wherever she turns up at the festival. The 450, this is a juvenile handicap hurdle on the Tuesday, and I like Bunting here. Obviously it's a bit of a punting minefield, but Bunting is very much a horse on my radar and one to follow from what looks an extremely lenient opening handicap mark. Now, this is a race that's produced lots of shocks over the years and is a bookmaker friendly type of event, but around about 12 or 14 to 1, I think Bunting is a very fair price. He's trained by a genius, Willie Mullins, who's got a fantastic record at the festival, and when he bolted up at Limerick in December, I think they made a decision that this was the race he was going to go for. He shaped really nicely when 4th last time out in graded company in Ireland. That was a good effort under a much quieter ride, and I think there's loads more improvement to come from Bunting when he settles down and gets a proper gallop to aim at this 2-mile trip. On to Wednesday, a couple of fancies at this stage in the cross country at 4:10. I really like Galvin. I think he's got a touch of class, and he's now got plenty of experience over these unique fences at around about 5 or 6 to 1. I think he's a very fair price. I think the key with him is he's been building up his fitness towards this day in March. I don't think he's been found in the market in his runs this season. He's been pretty weak. He's a strong traveller. The ground's usually decent for this race in the middle of the course, and he found only his stablemate Delta Work too strong when laid out for the 2023 renewal of this race. I'm pretty confident that he's going to go really close. The 450 on Wednesday, the Grand Annual, over 2 miles. Well, St. Roy has always been on my radar for one of these handicaps since he ran at the 2023 festival. He finished 3rd behind El Fabiolo and John Bon there. It was a cracking effort. He's very well handicapped on that form alone. Now, at the Dublin Racing Festival, he was outclassed, but he ran very badly. But they gave up with him about a mile out then. He was eased off. Hopefully nothing was too badly amiss that day. You're getting a fair price as a result, and I think St. Roy will love a fast run 2 miles. He'll be weaving his way through late. On to Thursday, the PMS Final. Well, North Lodge, again, not certain to run in this handicap, but very much a horse to look out for. He's an unexposed handicapper. He went straight into the notebook for a race of this nature in no uncertain style at Newbury in December, finishing really strongly under a negative ride behind the enterprisingly ridden Get a Tonic. And I think the step up in trip, strongly run race, huge field will suit him. He's only run 5 times over hurdle. Alan King has hit form in the last couple of months. His horses are running well now, having made a quiet start to the season, and I think North Lodge very much of interest at around 14 to 1, non-runner, no bet. The 450, the Mares Novice, a grade 2. Well, Dies at Enos can strike a blow here for Fergal O'Brien, an excellent trainer. I think Fergal's going to be champion trainer in the UK next season. He's got loads of lovely young horses, and they're starting to filter through to the graded races. She's very smart in bumpers, shaping very well, and then over hurdles her jumping's really sharpened up run to run, and she showed a really good turn of foot here in December. So the undulations at Cheltenham, no issue. She's around about 5 to 1. I think she can see off her Irish rivals in this grade 2. On to the Friday, the County, a handicap hurdle at 2:10, will beat the Bat at around 14 to 1. Looks a very interesting runner here for Harry Fry. I hope he goes for this race, because I think the demands of 2 mile 1 will be absolutely ideal. He's much less exposed than most of these rivals. He gained valuable experience of the Cheltenham Hill when finishing a cracking second to Diza Enos, who we fancy on Thursday. That was back in December, and this increased stamina test, big field, the strong pace will bring Beat the Bat through, and I think the ground will be a bit more chewed up on the Friday, and maybe there'll be a bit of rain easing things. That would suit Beat the Bat. Harry Fry, brilliant trainer. And finally, our final bet, the best of the rest, the 450, the mare's steeplechase over 2 mile fall. I really like Dino Blue. She's a short price, but I think she's different class to these. She ran an absolute screamer at the Dublin Racing Festival when finishing second last time out, freshened up since. She's 5 from 8 over fences so far, and I think she's a class above these rivals. Around about 6 to 4 at the minute. I think that's a price well worth taking. Best of luck at the Cheltenham Festival, betting experts.